Hello, my name is Latifa. I'm just going to show you how to set up a transducer. So I'm going to introduce what you need. You need a 500ml normal saline, 0.9%. You need a transducer set. You need a ANTT tray. You need a red bung. You need a QS bung impregnated with chlorhexidine, as well as a Clinell wipe. You also need a pressure bag, a transducer board with its cables, which should plug into the side of the monitor over here. And once it's plugged in, you should see where it says R and it's got a flat line, which would indicate that it's plugged into the monitor. So before starting your transducer, ensure you've washed your hands, you've dried it, you've worn your apron as well as your gloves. So we'll take our ANTT tray and we'll take our Clinell wipe and we shall cleave inside our tray. And what we'll do next is we will check with another nurse to ensure this is in date. So we have 0.9% normal saline, expires 10/20/21, so it's okay to use. So we'll open that. So we'll put that into our tray. Our transducer set, we'll also open that. And we'll put that into our tray. So if we zoom in, we have these white things that we need to detach first. And if you look closely, we have, where the tap is, we have a little bung on the end. So what we'll do, we're going to close that towards the bung. And on this side also, we are going to close that towards the bung. This is to ensure when we're flushing it, the saline doesn't come flushing out. And we're going to make sure all connections are tight, because sometimes these do come loose and you end up wetting up the whole place instead of priming your line. So all our connections are tight. So what we'll do, we are going to open up our normal saline without touching the key part. We're going to open up our transducer set without touching the key part, trying to keep it as sterile as possible, and we are going to pierce the bag. Like so. So we have pierced the bag. And we can also close the set, so move this down to ensure that the line does not prime when we don't want it to prime. So what we'll do, we'll go into our pressure bag. We will insert our normal saline into our pressure bag. Hang it up. Bear in mind we haven't primed it yet. So we will also detach this white thing from the back of the transducer set. And what we'll do, we are going to clip this in place into the pressure dome. You should hear a little click. And we are going to close the pressure bag to the open port, which would mean we'll be able to pump air in without air coming out this way. So we're going to pump. It does take a while. Switch arms if you need to. So I just want to show you one thing. So if you look closely, you have a marking of 300 milligram mmHg. So it should be in the green part, which is 300 mmHg. So this is the ideal pressure. We don't want to put too much pressure inside the bag. So what we'll do, we'll release a bit of pressure. Make sure it is at 300 mmHg. So what we'll do is we are going to prime. So remember, we did close the transducer set, so we will open that, and we are going to prime it by pressing the tap and pointing our key area towards the AMTT tray. So as you can see, it is priming. So the idea is to ensure that there are no bubbles in the set. So if we look closely, there are no bubbles in your set. So also, to finish this process, we will use our red bung. We'll open that up, and we'll open this part up as well. And without touching the key part, we are going to attach our red bung to here, and we are going to attach our QS bung impregnated with chlorhexidine to here. So this is the key part which will attach to the person's arterial line. So once the doctor's inserted the arterial line, we will disconnect this. Ensure you do not touch the key part. Attach that onto the arterial line. We have a biopatch which you use, as well as the arterial dressing which we put on top. And you should look back at the screen to ensure you've got a reading, and that is it. Thank you.